forward to your guidance in making this conversation engaging and impactful. This is not just discussion about technology, it's about how we as a chartered accountant can adapt and advance using the tools of tomorrow's. So it sit back now, sit back, sip our chai, and dive deep into conversation that promise to be stimulating as it's practical. Once again, thank you all of you who come here. Let us start our memorable session. Now I request our member CA Hiral Mehta to formally introduce both the speaker and moderator. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, C.A. Damangar, for giving this opportunity to introduce our speaker, C.A. Silva Sulapachan, a dynamic chartered accountant and company secretary with over a decade of rich experience in statutory
Your
audit,
voice is
income
not
tax,
proper. We are not able to hear you. मतलब very low volume is coming.
GST. One second. Now I'm clear.
थोड़ा थोड़ा.
Yeah, thank you, Damanbhai, for giving me this opportunity to introduce our speaker and our moderator. So, our speaker, C. Silva Sulabh Pacha, is a dynamic chartered accountant and company secretary with over a decade of rich experience in statutory audits, income tax, GST, RERA, startup advisory services, and now into fraud detection and cybersecurity too. She is the founder partner of Silva and Associates, Silva and Associates, a boutique CA firm based in Ahmedabad, established in 18. Silva started her journey in the profession as a team leader in GN Kanabar and Company, went on to work as an audit manager at prestigious firm of Norton R. Vakil and Company before branching out into her independent practice. Beyond her professional work, she holds several leadership roles, including chairperson of the Corporate and Allied Law Committees and convener of the Women Representation Committee of Chartered Accountants Association, Ahmedabad. She is a recognized speaker, author, thought leader, having presented at forums like Information Technology National Conference and authored research on impactful topics including Panama Papers and Bitcoin. She regularly contributes to the media platforms, writes for reputed text journals, mentors women professionals, actively promotes financial literacy and empowerment. Fluent in English, Gujarati, and Hindi, she brings a unique blend of technical expertise, leadership, communication to every platform she engages with. Please join me in welcoming C.A. Silva Pacha for this occasion. Now, hanging with the profile of our own moderator, let us now take the moment for formal introduction of our esteemed host. CA Vandana Dhuria, a passionate chartered accountant, tele evangelist, lifelong learner, dedicated to empower our profession through innovation, mentorship, and service. With a strong academic background, including chartered accountancy, LLB, and post-qualification certification in information system audit, forensic accounting, and fraud detection from ICAI, AICA level 1, and she is also independent director. She has always believed that knowledge when shared becomes power. So over the years, she has been privileged to address over 300 study circle meetings and workshops across the country, empowering members with the practical insight on using Tally as an audit tool, GST, TDS, income tax, through platforms like WRC, ICAI, and her own YouTube channels. Tally simplified Chai Pe Charcha and happiness quotient. She strives to simplify complex topics and aspire professional excellence. She is with a clear mission to be catalyst of transformative growth in her profession by leveraging technology, enabling networking for SMBs, strengthening regulatory advocacy, shaping policies, and nurturing holistic development for members. Having served for more than a dozen of ICI and WRC committees, including digital assurance, AI in WRC, women empowerment, corporate law and governance, she brings into not just experience but a vision to empower, connect, lead our community into the future. So we welcome all of you and let's start with the session. Over to you, Dhamanbhai.
Thank
So,
you, Hiral. Now carry on, Vanna Madam and CS Silva Madam.
thank
Continue
you
session.
very much, Daman sir. You know, it's so inspiration that there is someone as like a pillar with us. Well, I think
Thank you.
only maybe a one meeting out of 40 meeting he may must have missed, right?
Right.
Since inception, जब से online start हुआ है, he has made up a point. Touch wood, I generally consult him, his availability is there or not, and then we try to figure out, you know. We are so lucky. Last meeting we had a Arpit Kabra ji spoke on a forensic audit, and then we now move on to AI unplugs. Thank you, Silvan Pacha, for accepting our invitation, and I hope we will have very beautiful, interesting talk for our viewers. To start with, we always mix up with automation and AI. So I generally want first question to put to before you is this: AI is often associated with automation. So, there are interchangeable. I always say automation is reducing the manual labor. You are automizing certain tasks. Now, artificial intelligence जो efficiency बढ़ाने के लिए है, तो हमें ये देखना है कि for finance professional, where do you see the biggest current or near future impact in compliance, audit or reporting? Because now all settled, last 7 months, 8 months is understanding what is AI, क्या हो रहा है. तो हमें ये समझना है कि AI which is associated with automation, will it impact on efficiency of the finance professional? So what is the current as well as future impact in compliance, in audit and reporting? तीनों चीज हमने साथ में कवर कर ली है.
Well, Vandaji, to start off, that's really a powerful question. I think that is the best start off question according to me. Because AI is showing up across the finance landscape. But its impact, it is not same everywhere. If we break down it into compliance, reporting, and auditing, each area is feeling the wave of AI very differently in terms of pace, in terms of depth, and in terms of nature of disruption. But let's start with compliance because there is where AI has made some, earliest inroads. AI is brilliant at identifying patterns, inconsistencies, and rule based deviations across massive database, which is exactly what compliance is about. Whether it's GST returns or TDS reconciliations or Form 3CD checks, AI powered tools can now match more than thousands of entries in split of seconds. It can highlight exceptions, missing invoices, wrong HSN codes, pre-check 26AS versus your books versus your GSTR 2A, and it can flag mismatches. It can also keep track of ever evolving regulatory thresholds. So these all are fundamentals of your compliance thing. For finance professionals, as you asked, these means less grunt work, fewer errors, and quicker turnaround. Because now you are no longer combing through spreadsheets for hours and hours. You are reviewing what AI has already done, already shortlisted for you in just 15 minutes. So think of it as moving from detection to direction. You are no longer just data janitor, but you are the decision maker. If we move from compliance to audit, this is where it's getting interesting now because auditing is traditionally a judgment heavy area. Because AI is proving it can play a supporting role, especially in risk assessment, data sampling, and control testing. Tools like Mindbreach or even Deloitte's Cortex can now run AI on ledgers to flag unusual journal entries. It can spot vendor patterns that don't match usual normal industry norms. It can auto scan your contracts and point out the gaps in clauses. It can suggest high risk areas based on prior audits and materiality thresholds. So, the future of audit is not AI replacing the auditor, but AI helping auditors audit smarter. You get to focus on red flags rather than routine checks. So, what's also emerging is continuous auditing, where AI monitors your financial systems in real time instead waiting for your end, and that is game changing. Now, let's talk about reporting. So, AI is quietly changing the style of reporting. It is not about just changing how we prepare the reports, but how we analyze the report, how we narrate the report, and how we visualize them. Just imagine feeding your trial balance into a tool and asking, summarize key trends this quarter versus last trend. Highlight three anomalies in the expenses, or draft MD&A commentary in plain English. So tools like Microsoft Copilot or Narrative Science, they exactly do this. They convert your raw data into narratives without any micros, without any macros, no pivot tables, just insights on time. So reporting is moving from what happened to why it matters. And that is gold for CFOs, clients, and for boards. This is really a game-changing thing. If we talk about biggest impact area from compliance, audit, and reporting, according to me, compliance is leading because it is most structured. Current AI tools work their best in structured areas. Audit is also evolving rapidly with smart assistants and real time tracking. Reporting is being reimagined, especially the narrative and insight layer. But over the next 2 3 years, I see all these three areas converging into a more productive, insight-driven finance function, where AI does the number crunching and humans do the thinking. So, if you are a finance professional, the question isn't will AI affect my work? It's which part of my work AI can handle, or should I assign AI to handle, and so I can level up my strategic thinking. That is where the real transformation lies.
So you summarize very rightly. Okay? We have to take AI as our assistant, not replacement. Basically, and we also have to develop our skill set in such a way that the available tools I can integrate in my day-to-day practice and take the leverage of that benefit. So now that brings me to the next question. Okay, what are the top three AI tools? Platforms you believe every finance professional or accounting professional should explore or adapt right now, क्योंकि फ्यूचर में और भी टेक्नोलॉजी आने वाली ही है. एज ऑफ नाउ जो अवेलेबल है उसमें से विच आर द बेस्ट विच यू विल सजेस्ट.
Vandaji, I love this question because the world of AI can feel really overwhelming and many professionals don't know where to start with. So let's simplify this. What are those three tools that are practical, powerful, and actually useful in a professional's daily workflow? Let me break it down like this, not just by naming the tools, but by what problem they solve, how they fit into our workflow. If we talk about finance or accounting, chances that you live in Excel. So Microsoft Copilot, which can be embedded into your Excel, Word, Outlook, Teams. This is the powerful tool if you are working in finance or accounting field. This one is a totally game changer because it does not replace Excel; it supercharges it. So Microsoft Copilot works with your Microsoft Excel. It works with your Microsoft Word. It works with your Microsoft PowerPoint. What it does, it writes Excel formulas based on natural language. For example, give me the CAGR between these years, and it's done. It summarizes long Excel sheets. It also explains complex formulas or errors. It auto generates pivot table and graphs. So you do not need to attend those Excel series to learn Excel because you have an assistant with you all the time who can help you with your preferred formulas. It helps to write structured reports from financial tables in Word. It replies to emails contextual in Outlook. Why it's a must have. Instead of spending 30 minutes figuring out VLOOKUP plus if plus nested formulas, you can just ask what you need in plain English. This means more time analyzing and less time wrestling with functions. So if you are using Microsoft 365, this is already starting to roll out, and within a year, it will be uh, with everyone's Microsoft Office. Whoever is using Microsoft Office, it will become like uh, a very go-to tool.
So I
The
think
next,
it will be integrated within that whatever Excel you are using basically.
yes. It's like add-in. You can
ऐड
add on.
हाँ एड ऑन जैसे हाँ गूगल में क्रोम में एक्सटेंशन लेते हैं वैसे
Yes,
सेम वे आपके एक्सेल में भी एक्सटेंशन आ जाएगा. सो बिकॉज माय
exactly.
द फैक्ट रिमेन्स फर्स्ट यू सेड को पायलट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग विच वी शुड बी यूजिंग.
Yes. Yes.
Secondly, what the tool you will be recommending?
Second tool, I would go for Chat GPT.
Okay.
Chat GPT is like, I think it's like a friend of ours. You
Yes.
can talk to
Talking
Chat.
to us, chatting with us.
Yes, you can simply chat with us.
Uh,
We have heard so much about ChatGPT, but most people don't realize just how deeply it can help finance professionals,
Correct.
especially the pro version with advanced data analytics,
Correct.
which was formerly known as Code Interpreter.
Yes.
What it does, it upload Excel or your CSV file and ask it to clean it or analyze or visual data for you. It can spot anomalies, outliners, mismatches. It can also create your management summaries.
Hmm.
Nevertheless, it can draft tax opinions, client letters, legal notices, of course, with review. When I'm talking about drafting, please understand all these AI tools can help you with the format, the basic format, how you should present yourself. But the content you put in, it should be with your own discretion, because ultimately AI cannot replace chartered accountant anywhere, not our knowledge, not our expertise. It can help you grow in your field. So always remember, all these AI tools, be it ChatGPT, be it Claude, be it Perplexity, never go to them with your blind eyes. Just have your own sense how you are applying these tools in your life.
I
It
believe we did AI course na at that time also, or even if today you read ChatGPT na, while answering your prompt, they also write, they mention that this is what best I can do for you, but still you apply your own conscious. So they are also
exactly.
giving you alerts. The blanket following is not recommended, and that itself is an indication that we as a human being intelligence is still required and we will be there to
Of course, because they are trained on our intelligence.
correct.
They are completely artificial intelligent, as its name suggests. So
Correct.
whenever the human intelligence is required, you have to apply it.
Correct.
And when we are talking about Chat GPT, it acts like an on-demand analyst or assistant, which is rolled into one, available 24/7. So
Mm.
even if you are using it for your client work, it's a phenomenal thinking partner for ideation, automation, and upgradation. So I always say that treat ChatGPT like your new article assistant, except faster, non-judgmental, who knows everything. But yes, up to April 2024, because it does have certain time limit put in it. Depending upon the version you are using. For
Correct.
example, if you are using version ChatGPT 3.5, it has data available up to September 21, December 23, and the as you upgrade the versions, it keeps on extending its time limit. So again, time is also a constraint when you are using all these tools.
And
This
how is your experience about using CAGPT? Because our institute is also coming out with so many, in inner, I think, what you can say, database, which
data.
is we can rely on, basically. That's what I also insist whenever I speak on AI versus automation.
Of
So
course.
that's important aspect we all should drive home, or to tell the people who are watching or going to listen it later on, that please take help of CAGPT too. That is very, very, the vast amount of databases lying there, Now
Of
coming to third tool.
The third tool is data rails, or you can use alternatives like Fathom or Zoho Analytics if any one of you has heard about it. It is especially for professionals who do a lot of reporting, MIS based dashboards, and FP&A work. So what it consolidates data from multiple Excel files.
Okay.
It creates live dashboards, interactive dashboards, I would say. It can
Hmm.
also track performance metrics. It
Okay.
automates, recurring reports. It flags variances, trends, connects accounting platform like Tally, Zoho Books, QuickBooks, etc.
What do you
So
say the name of the tool?
it's you can use Fathom or Zoho Analytics.
Fathom,
Data
Fathom or Zoho Analytics. Yeah.
Zoho Analytics. So why finance? Why for finance profession? So why they love it? Because instead of spending 4 hours every month merging sheets or formatting your profit and loss balance sheet, this kind of tool automates the entire process, and it presents you with ready dashboards
Hmm.
and insights. So even if it is premium, see this data rails is premium, the concept is now available in tools like Zoho Analytics or even Power BI, especially when they are paired with AI plugins. And just to conclude this answer, I would like to share a bonus tip. If you are new to I would insist you start with just one, and ideally that would be ChatGPT. Just use it for 10 minutes daily. Once you get comfortable, explore how it connects with Excel, then move to dashboard tools. Don't think of these AI tools as stack upgrades. Think of them as skill extensions, like adding a power lens to your CA brains.
Correct.
So, just to summarize this, Microsoft Copilot for everyday Excel work, Word, and Outlook superpowers. ChatGPT you can use for data, content analysis, ideation, simplification, and data rails or Fathom or Zoho Analytics you can use for financial reporting and visualization. These tools may evolve, but the mindset to explore, adapt, and adopt, that's what keeps us going.
Very important, and very rightly say, we need to adapt, accept, then we can achieve what we want in our life.
Exactly, exactly.
So, my next question was on Excel only. Basically, we today's time, I think 80% still rely on Excel, for their day-to-day operations or finalization. Now, non-corporate entities also requires, mandated that, last year data also you need to collect and give. So, how can AI complement or even integrate with traditional tools to enhance productivity without steep learning and curves? I mean, I think in your talk, in the last question's answer also, you made it a point that you don't need to remember now the, the functions, how pivot to be actually done, we look up to be used. So basically, we must tell the, I want from your opinion, answer, how they should come out of that Excel and go ahead, learning, basically learning.
This is the most important question, and frankly, it is one of the biggest barriers to adaptation today. Many finance and accounting professionals are deeply comfortable with tools like Excel, Tally, and Word. These tools have been the backbone of our workflows for decades. I understand. So, naturally, when AI enters the picture, there is a hesitation. Like, do I need to learn something completely new now? Will it replace what I already know? The good news, AI isn't here to replace Excel, it's here to enhance it. And the
Very
best
good.
part, you don't need to abandon what you already know. You can keep using your traditional tools, just now with a smarter assistant built in. So let's break it down into a few key ways how AI integrates seamlessly into Excel and similar tools without steep learning curves. The first one I would say natural language to formula. Let's be honest. How many of us still Google how to use index plus match? With AI like Microsoft Copilot in Excel or using ChatGPT, you can literally type, get the sales amount for the matching product in this table. And it gives you the exact formula, explained, editable, and instantly usable. No syntax stress, no YouTube tutorials, just clarity. The second one I would talk about auto cleaning and formatting. Let's say you have a messy Excel sheet with dates in mixed formats, merged cells, blank columns, typos in names. So instead of cleaning this manually, you can now say in tools like ChatGPT with data analytics or Copilot, standardize the date format, remove blanks, and highlight duplicate PAN numbers. And it does all of that in seconds. So think of this as your smart data intern who's faster, tireless, and it doesn't complain. Third one is about visuals and dashboards with zero chart skills. Want a quick dashboard but hate finding which chart option? AI can now generate this line graphs of revenue trends, pie charts of cost breakups, waterfall charts for profit bridges just by typing. Visualize month on month sales and highlight the sharpest drop. This saves hours and makes your reports client ready with minimal effort. The fourth one I would talk about detection and audit checklist. AI can review formulas, flag inconsistencies, or even suggest alternative ways to calculate something. Just imagine uploading your Excel file and asking, are there any errors or mismatched totals in this sheet? You will get a real-time response with specific cells flagged. This isn't just useful, it's risk reducing, especially when you are working under pressure. The fifth one, I would talk about Copilot inside your Excel, Word, Outlook. No new tool to learn, because this is the best part. You don't even need to go to a separate AI website. Microsoft Copilot is already embedded in tools you
Hmm.
use every day.
Okay.
In Excel, you can ask for summaries, formulas, help, or dashboards. In Word, you can generate drafts from your Excel data. So you do not need to put your mind into it. You can give reference of your Excel file. You can ask Copilot that help me draft, give me draft from this Excel data. In Outlook, you can summarize long email chains or suggest responses. If you are on a long weekend, or if you're coming back from a holiday, you can see number of emails in your working, in your inbox.
In the inbox.
How you will prioritize which email you should do first and which you should ignore? You can ask this Copilot that just to summarize last 3 days email. It will help you summarize your email in categories, like these are the emails in which you need to take action, these are the emails you can simply ignore, these are simply informative emails. So this is what AI is all about right now. In Teams, auto capture meetings with minutes, and it can give you action points. So you are still working in the same tools. AI is just working alongside you like a quiet genius co-worker. So for every finance professional who is hesitant to adopt AI because they think it is too technical, here is the truth. You don't need to learn AI, you just need to talk to it. And if you can write an email or a formula brief, you already have the skills.
So
So yeah,
you spoke about Copilot. What will be your opinion about Gemini? Also, give us this briefing of the concise summary of the email, because Gemini is integrated with my Gmail. So will it be?
yes,
Because
they work the same.
Copilot will be outside source entering into my email. Okay, if in Outlook I have downloaded, it's fine. Integrated in Outlook. If my Gmail is integrated in Outlook, then it is lying within Microsoft. Correct?
Exactly.
Huh.
That's the point. That when I'm talking about Copilot, Gemini is doing the same thing. But when I'm talking about my Copilot, it integrates my working with my emails, like my Microsoft Excel, Word, everything is integrated with my email part. So I do not need to give separate instructions for everything.
Hmm.
Copilot knows what I'm working, what
Hira
I'm.
has something to say.
Ah, yes, I would like to add that if we have downloaded any software from Microsoft app, that also it gets integrated. Like the PDF is also integrated. If Acrobat PDF we have downloaded, they ask Copilot tab always comes in the Acrobat PDF also. Matlab whatever software you download from any Microsoft app, they will give you Copilot.
So that means PPT also gets integrated.
Yes,
PowerPoint also.
Every each and every software, each and every
Great, great, great. So Excel intelligence we have learned. Now moving forward, because we have half an hour still to go and we have lots of questions with us. Like, we being all auditors in the audit domain, can you walk us through specific use case where AI helped identify risk or anomalies that might otherwise go unnoticed? It would have gone unnoticed. So, AI actually helped you. So some live cases if you want to
uh,
share with.
absolutely. This is where AI really begins to shine in the audit space. Unlike traditional audit techniques that are based on sampling, checklist, AI can now scan the entire data set, not just 10% of it, and uncover patterns that a human may never even think to look for. So let me walk you through a very real, very relatable audit use case that showcases AI's potential to catch what we often miss. Use case I would present as a journal entry tasting in a year-end statutory audit. Client profile is a mid-sized manufacturing company with multi-location operations of around 80,000 journal entries annually. How will be the traditional approach? It will be typically the audit team would apply certain filters like manual entries posted near year end or high value entries passed on holidays and review maybe a few hundred of them manually. This process was time consuming, dependent on prior experience, intuition, unable to cover the full data set, and often missed entries that didn't look risky but were. So, AI powered audit tool in action, they used an AI audit analytics platform like MindBreach. How it worked? It worked data ingestion and normalization. The entire general ledger was uploaded, all 80,000 entries. AI cleaned and standardized it in minutes. Risk scoring using 30 plus criteria. The AI engine ran every entry against a battery of risk indicators, round number entries, unusual account combinations, for example, rent account being credited, manual override of system controls, entries by non-finance users, backdated posting, approvals bypassed, weekend or late night postings. Each journal entry was given a risk score between 1 to 100 based on how many red flags it tripped. What AI caught? Among the top 10 high risk entries, one stood out. A journal entry posted at 11:48 p.m. on 30th March, passed by a junior level admin login, credited to sundry debtors, debited to miscellaneous expense, supporting document manual note scanned as PDF with no invoice. This has not been selected in the traditional audit sample, but when traced, it turned out to be a year-end adjustment made to understate debtors and inflate expenses. Essentially, a classic earnings management risk. The AI didn't know this was fraud. It simply noticed that this
अर्धों
entry
का लगा
appeared across multiple
अर्धों का
entities.
लग कर
That's what made it powerful. Why this matters? Traditional audits would have likely skipped this entry, no unusual amount, no odd account, but the combination of time, user role, account mismatch, lack of backup was enough for AI to raise a flag. So once identified, this entry became a trigger to investigate other similar patterns. And the audit team discovered a series of manual adjustments passed close to the year end, designed to tweak the financials just below materiality limits. And the result? The financial report included these findings and recommended tighter system controls and approval workflows. The client CFO acknowledged the issue, it hadn't even been caught by their internal team. The audit firm saved time, added value, positioning themselves as forward thinking and risk aware.
The name you told someone, Preksha is asking the audit tool is available in the market readily.
Audit tool is customized tool.
Okay, so
It
that's
was
fine. I will add on something. I've been to AI Hyderabad, FIP. There, Mr. Venkatesh was there. See, I will recommend each one of us present here and later on also watch AI Hackathon run by the ICAI. And simply superb works are done by each one across the India, all chartered accountants. And one of these use case, he had defined 33 rules, 33 rules. And if that rules are not followed, it will trigger and it will red flag will come out. So he himself wrote that in Power Query. In the Power BI, he wrote that all queries and then he made a code which just simply you copy paste in your Excel, trial balance import from any Excel trial balance or SAP होवे, Tally होवे, कुछ नहीं. वो particular domain में ही डालना है. And now he's a finalist. So Bantara Bhavan Pune, we will be watching him in final. That guy Venkatesh B from Hyderabad itself, So the one who has asked the question, it is that okay, as of now, Silva or there are customized audit tools are available. So there are like in Bangalore, Tally on Wheel is available. So audit tools, someone in Pune also has created. So these are need-based rules created, tools.
exactly. So it is always go for a need-based and customized AI
Customized,
as of now because depending upon the size of our firm and size of the client, we do not need to invest so huge amount
Huge
in
amount.
the
Correct.
which are
Correct.
available in the market. Like there are certain tools which are available in the market, but they are too costly and it may not suit the client base we have. So it's always to go as per our need, and we can upgrade it as and when required.
Yes, that's it. That's very fantastic and very good informative information. Okay, AI is really making sense, and that sample testing will now go away. The client will expect you to do 100% audit,
Of course.
with the help of this. So, how important is the next question in the line is coming to that only. How important is data structuring and hygiene when it comes to leveraging AI in finance workflows? So, can garbage in still lead to garbage out with smart tools? If the smart tools will allow the garbage in, that is the first thing. I mean, I think so. That way it should be.
That is such a good question, and I am so glad you brought it up because it addresses the most overlooked truths about AI in finance. AI is only as smart as the data you feed in it. There is this popular misconception that once you throw your data into an AI tool, it's magically sort everything out, clean it up, and give you perfect insights. But in reality, no matter how advanced the AI model is, if your data is not proper, it is unstructured, inconsistent, or just plain messy, the output will be confusing, unreliable, or sometimes even dangerously misleading. It's the classic garbage in, garbage out situation, and yes, that still holds true in this area. Let's think about something as simple as a client's trial balance. If the ledgers are full of inconsistent naming conventions like salary, salaries, employee pay, all referring to the same thing, then the AI might treat them as different accounts unless you standardize them. Or imagine if GST returns are missing invoice numbers or PAN fields have typos. The AI can't magically guess the correct values. It might either skip those records, flag them as errors, or worse, produce summaries that look fine but are actually flawed underneath. So before you even apply AI to your financial data, there is a layer of foundational work: cleaning, validating, and structuring. This doesn't mean hours of manual labor every time. In fact, many AI tools can assist you in this very step if you prompt them correctly. But that's the point. You still need to prompt correctly. You need to know what clean data looks like, what formats are expected, and how the fields should look aligned. What I've seen in real world finance workflows is that teams who invest just a bit of time upfront in standardizing their inputs, naming conventions, data formats, consistent entries, get far more reliable, impressive results from AI. And those who rush in without checking their data often end up frustrated, wondering why the AI is getting it wrong. So it's very much like hiring a genius intern. If you had them a messy file with random notes, unclear labels, and half missing numbers, they are going to struggle no matter how brilliant they are. But if you give them a clean, structured sheet, they'll blow your mind with what they can do in minutes. So yes, AI is powerful, but data hygiene is non-negotiable. And honestly, mastering the habit now will only help you work better with AI. It will elevate your own practice in the long run.
So, Hiral just mentioned that prompt engineering is the future. And I was just listening to Silva with the thought in my back of my mind is that, in the third question, she also mentioned that data cleaning itself is now taken over by AI. Previously, we used to send days to clean the data. Now we give proper instructions. So that prompt engineering is the proper instruction to clear out that data. So first cleaning the data. So one have to understand ना कि मुझे exact report क्या चाहिए तो उसके लिए मुझे पहले क्या command देना है. ChatGPT will help you provided you know what is to be asked or what you command them to do for. So now that's very fantastic. Understanding कि the tools are available and you need to know how to operate it. That is very important. That's very important. So that let's moving forward now. ऑडिट हो गया तो अभी कंप्लायंस में जाएंगे. सी बेसिकली व्हेन वी स्टार्ट आवर प्रैक्टिस इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न जीएसटी रिटर्न से स्टार्ट होता है. ऑडिट कम्स लिटिल लेटर. पहले तो बुक्स बनती है, अकाउंट्स. सी अकाउंटिंग सॉल्यूशन इटसेल्फ इज नाउ टेकिंग पूरा 360 डिग्री हो रहा है उसके अंदर. So now emerging AI application for regulatory compliance or a tax automations that professionals should prepare for, particularly in the Indian context. अगर आप कोई नए AI platforms अगर बताना चाहेंगे तो to the audience.
A very timely and forward-looking question, because landscape of regulatory compliance and tax in India is evolving rapidly, and AI is not just on the sidelines anymore. It's becoming deeply embedded in the way both regulators and professionals operate. If you look closely, we are already seeing the shift from manual reconciliations and reactive compliance to a world where filings, validations, and even risk assessments are becoming intelligent, proactive, and continuous. Right? So let me give you a sense of how this is playing out in India specifically, where systems like GST, the income tax portal, MC, and SEBI regulated frameworks are all gradually becoming more tech driven and interconnected. One major area where AI is gaining ground is GST compliance and fraud detection. We've already seen that the GST uses AI and machine learning to match invoices, spot fake ITC claims, and generate red flag reports. What is interesting is that this isn't just retrospective. The system is now nudging taxpayers in real time by auto-generating notices, nudging for rectifications, and blocking credits. As professionals, this means we need to be prepared for a future where AI flags inconsistencies before even we file returns, and we will need to build internal systems that are clean, reconciled, and digitally traceable. Another big one is faceless assessment in income tax. While the process itself is now digital, the next layer is where AI will start playing a deeper role, not just in selection of scrutiny cases, but also in drafting pre assessment notices, analyzing discrepancies between 26 AS, AIS, TDS, ITRs, and even generating suggested additions. Imagine a scenario where the IT department's AI flags a mismatch between 3CD and ITR schedules and preloads it into a draft show cause notice. That's the level of automation we have headed forward. So, on our side of the table, we are going to see more adoption of AI driven tax engines. Platforms are emerging that can read client data from accounting software, classify transactions as taxable or exempt, apply relevant GST rates based on HSN or SSE codes, compute reverse charge, and generate e-invoices, all with minimal human input. So it is not mainstream across all clients yet, but the movement has begun, especially with mid-sized companies and multi-branch businesses. One unexplored area but powerful area is AI for regulatory scanning. Tools that monitor MCA filings, RBI circulars, SEBI updates, and CBDT or GST notifications in real time and summarize the action points relevant to your client's industry. So rather than reading every 40-page circular, imagine an AI tool summarizing here are three key implications for your pharma client from today's SEBI update. And it's not futuristic. These are tools already doing this abroad, and Indian startups are catching up really fast. So here is something else to think about: internal control and audit automation. AI can analyze ERP logs, track user behaviors, identify transactions, and then bypass approval hierarchies as we just discussed, or spot patterns like so for listed.
हाँ हो
So for listed companies or those undergoing due diligence, this will become a standard expectation soon. If you are a finance or tax professional in India today, the message is very loud and clear. The compliance terrain is shifting from reactive and document heavy to predictive, real time, and insight reach. It's not about being replaced, it's about being empowered to focus more on strategy, risk, and interpretation while AI handles the grunt work of matching, number crunching, checking, clarifying, and tracking. So, preparing for this future means starting small, exploring tax AI tools, integrating with GST and APIs, keeping your data structured, and training teams to read insights from dashboards and not ledgers.
See what you just now mentioned, my next question was job roles and mindset. So, how should professionals future-proof their roles? What mindset or skill shift is needed to stay relevant in AI-assisted work environment? And then the answer myself got from the talk which you did, that even GST department, even income tax department are using high-level AI. So it is by Jago, all CAs, all practitioners need to use AI day to day, tools rather. It's not, see, artificial intelligence is working, but tools are there which are generated, which we as a CA or we as a practitioner need to use. And now the Preksha has asked कि MCA का कोई tool है क्या? मतलब MCA की site itself is challenging and they are now taking shape up. अब मैं पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म पे बोल रही हूँ, but they are also trying to cope up with all problems, so they are integrating and bringing the new website. So they have understood that there are time to come. Now we have to upgrade the sites also, websites also should be comfortable enough to upload the documents, because no
Of
sooner or
course.
later, see, धीरे धीरे पहले ना प्रोप्राइटरी कंसर्न ज्यादा थी, फिर पार्टनरशिप हुई, फिर एलएलपी हुई, फिर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड हुई. सो नाउ पीपल नो कि वैल्यूएशंस करना है तो हमें प्राइवेट लिमिटेड या पब्लिक लिमिटेड में जाना ही है. एंड बिलीव मी, the in future last coming 15 years I myself is of the opinion के पहले एसएमई में सब लिस्ट करेंगे, फिर बिग प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ जाएंगे, बिकॉज कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस इज गोइंग टू टेक शेप because of the AI. What paradigm shift is going to happen is that people will more prefer to go in corporate culture, because then only you can have a team of people working for you. Proprietary concern में आपका leverage कम हो जाता है. For the you need different department to be handled by different head of HODs, basically. तो अगर आपको लार्ज स्केल इकोनॉमी में जाना है तो यू नीड टू बी विथ टेक्नोलॉजी एंड सी टू इट दैट. तो मैंने जो सवाल पूछा उसी का जवाब मेरे मन में चल रहा था. सो व्हाट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दिस, इफ यू हैव एनीथिंग टू स्पीक अबाउट?
If you ask me about professionals, how they should future proof their roles, so this is honestly the heart of the conversation around AI, because not just what tools to use, but how we as professionals need to evolve to stay valuable and relevant in a world where machines can now think to some extent.
Correct.
So let's begin with a very honest truth that AI is not going to take away your job, or but someone who is using AI probably will. And that's not a scare tactic. It's a reminder that staying relevant no longer depends only on years of experience or technical depth. It also depends on your adaptability and your willingness to evolve alongside technology. So, what does future proofing look like for finance and tax professionals? The first and most critical shift is the mindset. We need to stop seeing AI as a threat or a black box and start seeing it as a partner. Like super smart colleague who doesn't get tired, doesn't complain, or doesn't forget. Once you shift from fear to curiosity, you're already halfway there. Begin asking, how can AI help me to do this better or faster, rather than will AI replace this? Because honestly, in many repetitive tasks, yes, it will. And yes, and that's a good thing. You weren't meant to spend hours copying values from one Excel to another anyway. So now, from a skill perspective, future proofing doesn't mean learning to code or becoming a data scientist. It means building what I call AI fluency. Knowing how to ask the right questions, as you talked about prompt engineering, to an AI tool, how to verify its output, and how to use those insights in a decision making context. For example, can you look at an AI generated financial summary and quickly spot if something feels off? Can you train your junior staff to combine AI output with audit judgment? These are the skills that will matter. Also, communication interpretation will be huge. AI can crunch data, but explaining the why behind the numbers, building client trust, offering strategic advice, these still need a human brain with empathy and business sense. In fact, as AI takes over mechanical work, human soft skills like storytelling with data, ethical judgment, or handling complex negotiations become even more important. Another underrated shift is continuous learning. The old model of learn once, use forever doesn't work anymore. The professionals who will lead tomorrow are those who are constantly exploring, experimenting, and unlearning, relearning. Even spending 30 minutes a week trying out new tools, reading AI news, or watching a demo can keep you miles ahead. Lastly, build human plus machine workflows. Think of AI as not a replacement, but as a layer that enhances your existing workflows. For instance, in audits, let AI do the heavy data mining and your focus on drawing insights and narratives from the automiles. Like in tax, let AI track rule change and you focus on how these changes affect strategy. That hybrid model of judgment plus automation is the sweet spot for the next decade. So yes, AI is changing the game, but if we play it right, it's not about being left behind. It's about having more time, better tools, and deeper impact than ever before. And honestly, isn't that the kind of career we all wanted in the first place?
So many people ask me how you manage Chai Pe Charcha also, practice also, and singing also, and meeting other professionals also. So this is how we use automation tools. They are helping us, and networking. See, networking also a key to success. I always believe, So art of delegation is also important, getting it done, and lift others alongside your journey. That makes so that brings us to ethics and accountability. See, basically, when we are here we need to understand that our code of conduct governs us. We have so many things to look at it too. So when the AI will overtask like report generation or risk flagging, who remains accountable for errors or bias? How do we build ethical guardrails around AI, which we use in finance? So DPD, Data Protection Act is coming, but how many are aware of it or how practical it is used in our means we will be bringing someone on Chai Pe Charcha to make an awareness. But that's a one part of it. We as a professionals we need to educate our client also. See, हम जब बोल रहे हैं चैट जीपीटी हम यूज देखो व्हाट्सएप हम यूज करें ना, सिमिलरली our clients are also using WhatsApp, right, in day to day reporting. So जैसे ही AI integrated in that WhatsApp chat, that AI is there ना, blue circle is there, Meta में भी है. So everyone is using, they don't need to Google, go and chat GPT is integrated within WhatsApp. So the client is more smarter, more alert, हमारे से ज्यादा उनके पास भी इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही है. बट व्हाई दे स्टिल टर्न अराउंड एंड कम टू अस? Because I think this ethics and accountabilities is what we look at. That's how now you need to explore more on this top.
A really important and often uncomfortable question, because as much as we talk about AI's efficiency and power, there is a very real concern around accountability and ethics. Like when something goes wrong, whether it's a financial misstatement due to a misinterpreted report or a biased flag raised in an audit, it's not the AI that gets questioned, it's the professional who used it. Let's be very clear, AI may assist, but the responsibility still lies with the human. In finance, audit, and tax regulatory bodies, whether it's ICI, SEBI, RBI, or income tax department, will not accept the AI tool said so as a valid defense. At best, AI can be used to support your conclusion, but the conclusion still has to be yours. That's why we have to think of AI like we think of our staff members. Very fast, very capable, but they need supervision. They need someone to validate their work, catch anomalies, and apply the kind of judgment machines still can't. For example, an AI might flag a high value transaction on a weekend as suspicious, but it takes you to know that it is a very routine year end process authorized in advance. Or say AI generates a misqualification in a tax return. If you don't validate the mapping, the liability is yours and not the tools. So now coming to bias and ethical risk, this is even trickier. AI models are trained on existing data, as we all are aware.
Yeah.
If that data has historical bias, say in approving loans, assessing risk, or classifying vendors, the AI can actually amplify those biases. Example, if historically the system flagged MSMEs in certain regions as risky, AI might continue doing so, even if the ground reality has changed. This is why transparency and auditability of AI tools is non-negotiable. As professionals, we must ask, can I explain how this AI arrived at its output? Does the tool have a visible logic or is it a black box? Can I override or challenge its decision? or am I logging these interventions in a way that can stand up to a regulatory scrutiny? To build ethical guardrails, I think we need three layers of control. Organizational policies, first of all. First, every firm or finance team using AI should have clear guidelines on what AI can or cannot be used for, how outputs should be validated, and what documentation is required before signing off on an AI assisted conclusion. Second one is rule based responsibility. Just like we assign task roles in audit or finance teams, maker, checker, reviewer, we need a framework for AI oversight. Who configures the AI tool? Who checks the output? Who takes final ownership? The third one is training and awareness. Everyone using AI tools need to be trained not just on the features but on the risk, bias, hallucination, overdependence. These aren't tech terms, they are real world risks that can lead to reputational or even legal consequences. At the end of the day, the use of AI in finance need to be not just smart but very accountable and explainable, I would say, because trust is everything in this profession. And if AI breaks trust, it breaks business. That's why I always say let AI work with your ethics, not around them. It's not enough to ask, can the AI do this? The better question is, should it do this?
Hiral want to speak something.
Yeah. Regarding this, AI related to clients and everything, there is,
Audio. जोर के बोलना.
hello. Yeah, regarding this, what will support us is like management representation letter also should specify something on the AI support which we are, considering for the client advisory, even though we are redacting the data, because redacting data will be an important aspect for any analysis or something like that. Whenever we take these tools to use in chat gpt or excel analysis or whatever may be the case, so we upload the data which is redacted. The information of the company should not go in the tools. So, and taking the support, but we need something on MRL front also for this AI implementation from the client's perspective. So that will also safeguard us. So MRL should have one this additional point incorporated.
Silva તને સંભળાયું એને શું કીધું?
No, her voice is not clear.
हाँ.
अरे यार,
So,
actually,
थोड़ा बहुत,
wait.
did you ask for MRL or something? That's the last
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
I
yeah.
could understand.
MRL.
So how MRL can safeguard us even if in AI this thing, that's what she, see, AI also drafts MRL for me. I
Huh.
can, with certain pointers I have to keep. In this company, these are the gray area. And for that, I will take the management representation letter. But that can, I mean, to answer this, Silva, I will take liberty. I think it is the duty of the chartered accountant to understand. Management will write something, but at the end of the day, you are going to sign some balance sheet. So you need to have your own opinion about that and qualify if it is not fitting into the अपना standard of auditing में नहीं बैठ रहा है या something which you are not happy with, specify. So that
Yes.
will only dilute you, मतलब safeguard you. And
Yes, so
that
I
is
don't understand the role of MRL here. What she's asking, MRL, she wants MRL for what?
for any audits for that matter. Will
Uh,
any MRL prepared
uh,
by AI, signed by
uh,
the management, will give
uh.
me liberty rescue? That was her question, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so like MRL in terms of use of AI during audit procedures, is it her question? Will this safeguard us as professionals? That was the question.
That's actually to check.
MRL should have the AI related, clauses available so that clients are also aware that we
Okay,
are using
understood.
some or the
I,
other.
but I am apprehensive a little bit about it because the management will not take the responsibility. MRL is normally the responsibility of management. It is like they are owning up to it. That yes, we agree to this. But I don't think so. The management would be agreeing us using AI tools, and if anything goes wrong, we can say that you have signed the MRL. So the ultimate responsibility would be of a professional who is conducting auditing procedure. for the client, whether you are using AI tools or with AI tools or without AI tools, that will not be a matter of concern for the management. Yes, you can take consent of management for using the data through AI tools, because like if you talk about AI tools, there is a chance of breach of privacy because your data goes out of the organization. So for that, you can take MRL that we are using your data, we are putting your data into AI tool. So yes, you can take that consent from the management on a safer side.
And
But
and that brings to me one more question. Sorry to interrupt. What I was thinking while she asked and you answered,
hmm,
does the management will write in day-to-day operation of their company, these are the parameters of AI they have also used, you know?
yeah,
So they that can be mentioned in the that representation letter.
yes, of
So
course, of
that
course.
can safeguard us that we are relying. See, there are, I think, sometimes HR payroll, there is an outside tool only sometimes. It is not integrated with the software, accounting software. So there
Hmm.
you get the certificate. I see, Hiral, what I am understanding from your, sometimes inventory is captured in one software, manufacturing unit, and the data is kept, accounting data is kept in Delhi. So, you have to have a certificate that you use these tools to substantiate your output, and it has brought to this final records. So there are certificates you have to have from management, and then you have to rely on that and take the experts. The way they say in whatever seminars or webinars I attend, they say that the domain knowledge, if you don't have, you have to have a valuer of that domain experts, and you rely on that certificate. But you cannot blanketly write something which you actually don't understand how
Absolutely,
it is.
that's the point.
That's how it is. And now there are two more questions. We will take further couple of minutes from your side. So we all believed SME, and we all belong to SME. The SME day is coming. MSME celebration is going to happen in June. So this is very right, apt question, I can say, for a small and mid-sized practices. Is AI adoption is realistic without huge budget or tech teams? The way you in starting also you said, okay, depending on the size of your office or practice, you need to start investing.
Of course.
So what would be the cost effective starting point for use? As you said, three tools आप use कर सकते हैं,
Hmm.
Copilot. Then you said ChatGPT. ChatGPT paid version is I think $20 USD per month. That
Yes.
can safeguard your integrity. And I think settings में जाके आप not to use for a public, you can change the settings of AI. Free chat GPT, even if you are using today. Believe me, we all trust that they are not going to share the data, but backend, I am 100% sure your data is there available on the internet. खाली ये होता है कि उनको उसका यूज नहीं है, so they are not going to meddle with that data.
Yes.
So over to you. You tell us what are these cost-effective start points.
Absolutely, and in fact, I believe small and mid-sized practices are actually in the best position to benefit from AI right now. Why? Because they have less legacy rate tap, more agility to try new things, and a real need to save time and optimize limited resources. So AI isn't just for the big firms with data scientists, IT departments anymore. With the tools available today, adoption can be realistic, affordable, and incredibly effective. Even if you are a two-partner firm or a solo practitioner. Let's first clear a myth. AI adoption doesn't mean building your own chat GPT or hiring a coder. Most of the powerful tools today are plug and play, user friendly, and available on low cost or freemium models. You don't need to know Python or create custom models. What you need is a clarity on your pain points and a willingness to explore tools that solve those specific problems. Here's how I suggest approaching it. Start with use cases that save time, not the ones that sound fleshy. For example, instead of trying to build predictive analytics dashboards, start with automation routine communication. Tools like ChatGPT, Notion AI, or even Microsoft Copilot can draft emails, prepare client reminders, summarize GST updates in a fraction of the time. It's very simple productivity boost that gives you instant ROI and builds your team's comfort with using AI. Next, look at the document handling. Tools like Grammarly, Canva Magic, or Jasper can help you create client proposals, engagement letters, and even marketing posts with minimal manual work. Want to auto draft a standard audit reports, engagement letters, or MOUs? AI tools trained on your own templates can generate 80% of the content. You just need to review and tweak. For data work, tools like ROS, Power BI with Copilot, and AI powered Excel plugins can help with reconciliation, summaries, and basic analytics. So, without needing to move to full ERP or hire an analyst, even Tele now has AI integration partners that let you chat with your data, asking what's the average data cycle last 3 months instead of running 5 reports. If you want to experiment with client facing automation, try no code tools like Zapier or make which is formerly Intogarment, which can connect your email, Google Sheets, CRM, and calendars to automate workflows like payment reminders, onboarding questionnaires, or birthday wishes. So cost wise, many of these tools are free to start or offer entry plans are just under 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees per month. You could start experimenting with as little as 0 rupees if you are just using free versions of ChatGPT, Canva, or Excel AI. But here's the most important point: you don't need to adopt anything at once. Pick one pain point, just one. Maybe your team spends too much time making client WhatsApp updates, or you lose hours reconciling from 26 AS to TDS returns. Pick that one thing and see if AI can help there. Build confidence and experience from that. Also, involve your team. Assign one junior to be the AI explorer of the month. We can do this in our small mid-sized form. Let them try tools and demo them in a 10-minute weekly huddle. You will be amazed at how quickly adoption grows when it's championed internally. So yes, AI is not just realistic for smaller practices, it's actually strategic, and it lets you punch above your weight, offer more value to the clients, and create more time for what really matters: judgment, advisory, and relationships.
So now I want some live demonstration, because क्या होता है कि you recommend certain things. So people will like to see live demo if possible. So someone can start tomorrow using some AI in their office. Something tips from your side.
Mm, live demo, I would say, can we go for Chat GPT, or I don't know which tool you ask audience, whatever
Any
they
tool
think
which
fit
you are
we can do.
comfortable. लोग बाग मैंने देखो चैट में डाल दिया है, किसी अभिषेक अग्रवाल जी ने पूछा था कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट यूज ऑफ चैट जीपीटी, तो मैंने डाला है these are the 10 uses which I have found out कि you can make use of chat gpt in CS its office itself,
Okay.
10
Okay.
different kinds of this thing, but
Okay.
certain things are there. Tools are bound to be there. Tools means ready-made tools. What will be the our today's crux? What I understood is that आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है वो आपको ही डिसाइड करना है बेस्ड ऑन योर टीम साइज, बेस्ड ऑन योर बजट, बट टेक हेल्प ऑफ दीज टूल्स. पीपल से के रिप्लेसमेंट, हाँ 4 आर्टिकल की जगह पे मैं 3 आर्टिकल या 2 आर्टिकल रखूंगी और एक टूल ले लूंगी. दैट विल बी मोर फ्रूटफुल डिसीजन. ऐसा नहीं है कि कंप्लीट ब्लैकआउट ऑफ आर्टिकल्स करना है, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. ह्यूमन विल रिक्वायर टू ऑपरेट these tools, but maybe instead of 4 I may require 2. That's it. That is how it should be. But in any case, it is a better ना जब थोड़ा ऑटोमाइज हो रहा है. जैसे कंप्यूटर आया था तभी सब लोग डर गए थे, बट कंप्यूटर ने हमें तो रिप्लेस नहीं किया. उल्टा कंप्यूटर की वजह से मैं 5 क्लाइंट की जगह पे 50 क्लाइंट का काम कर सकती हूँ. एज सिंपल एज दैट. सो एआई
Of
विल
course.
हेल्प यू टू ग्रो मोर, बेसिकली. सो आप कैसे यूज करते हो आपका
Practice.
some automation in your office, or you ask, share with us your screen and show, okay, this is how you do, and it's good to go.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me just try to take help of both two AI tools. One is ChatGPT and one is Claude, CLAUDE. Let's see how we can take help from one AI tool and build something in another AI tool. Let me share my screen.
Yes, you can. I have allowed all participant can see the screen.
Yeah.
It was really interesting session. I believe, the Daman sir will vouch for it. Because everything is, buzzing around artificial intelligence. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, you can see the screen. Okay, so
Yes.
this is I'm on the page of Chat GPT. Okay, and this window is for Claude. This is a Claude. This is another AI tool. It is also a chatbot. Now I want to build an interactive dashboard. Mm, but I don't know any coding or nothing. I know nothing. But I want to build an interactive dashboard for my mid-sized CA firm regarding task assignment. So since I don't know any code, I'll ask ChatGPT to develop that code. I'll first put that prompt, that draft Python code. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, dear.
Draft a Python code to prepare an interactive dashboard for task management in my mid-sized CA firm. Here I am getting the Python code of task manager dashboard. Completely technical, and uh, we are absolutely not aware about how it is built, or even if it is right, wrong. We don't know nothing about it. Okay, this is a free version of ChatGPT I'm working on.
In fact, I think programmers will get replaced or what? Code writers will get replaced or what?
Yes, 100%.
In fact,
So
they will be in danger, probably more in danger.
I'm copying that code, and I'm back at Claude. I'm asking it prepare an interactive dashboard based on the given code. This is again the free version of Claude. I'm mentioning a free version just to help you understand what we can do with free versions of these AI tools.
Correct.
So just forget about paid versions.
Hmm.
Paid versions can make wonders, but even in free tools, we are given so much facilities that we can build so much in it. On the right hand side, we can see the result being generated. In real time, you can see the result.
The code which is it is flushing here now, took day for the initial coder to draft. पूरा दिन निकल जाता था ये बनाने में.
Yes,
बीच
yes,
में
yes,
हफ्ते
yes.
भी निकल जाएंगे depending on the report getting stuck, or there is error or a loop coming in the reporting.
Of
I
course.
had done diploma in computer programming in 1989,
Oh,
and then I
you
debased.
must be knowing this coding and everything.
Not coding a per se, but we know the basic concept, how it works.
Yes,
And
yes.
DBase 3 Plus was there, na? So, and then SADP of our CA Institute also helped. Flowchart is basically, and then this is string. What they call is this a string, It is a string. जो लिख के आता है उसको string कहा जाता है.
Exactly. See, this is what Claude has built for me. I have not given any format. I have not given anything to it. It was just my random idea about building a dashboard, and this is what the dashboard overview has given me. It is interactive. Let me try how it works. Task description, income tax return filing.
हाँ, income tax. बदाना मगज वही जो है.
Yeah. AY 25-26.
हाँ.
Sorry. You can select staff member. It is given dummy. Yeah. You can select priority.
But
You can
that कहाँ से वो उठा के लेके आया?
from your own data.
अच्छा, वो पहले कभी पूछा होगा उसमें से ही ऐसा.
No, not from my end. Not from mine. This is from all the users
जिन्होंने भी
across
ये डैशबोर्ड बनाने के लिए उसको बोला होगा.
data. So Claude captures it and rebuilds on it, rebuilds on it, rebuilds.
So in that case, it means if you would have written there, these are the name of my 5 team members, kindly incorporate that. It could have
Sure,
written
it
like
can
that.
incorporate that. It can incorporate that. You want to add more parameters in your task module. You can add more parameters like with priority, with due date, assignment to the staff. You can give more parameters. Here you can filter your task. Here is a task list. This is a sample how it works.
How it will work now, that we need to understand.
No, this is the basic dashboard which
So
Claude
इतना
has
summary
created.
दिखेगा अगर आपने कुछ डाला है तो. Okay, got it.
Now you can publish and copy link from here.
Okay.
This is the link which you need to install in your computer in the respected software. For that, IT guys required because we are not so sound with the
Understood.
build dates and everything. So this is the basic thing we can do about it. We can build it in for our requirement, and we can have some mediator just to download it in as per our requirement.
Good, great. So in short, AI has now become part of our life. You can stop sharing the screen. And thank you very much. Indeed, it was very, very eye-opening session and very interactive, very interesting, very informative. I must admit कि बहुत सारे लोग AI में बात करते हैं, वो generic बात करते हैं. But here we went with the practical examples and understanding how best a CA can make use of. And the topic was suggested by Hiral. It really went well. It was how it should have been, and was like that. So I'm really, really thankful to those who attended it right now. And our mission is to create the content for the users to use it later on, whenever they need some guidance. Because जैसे ChatGPT will give you some guidance, वैसे हम लोग भी उनको guidance देने का ही काम कर रहे हैं. So these are also becoming, our future reference for the times to come. So over to you, Daman bhai.
थैंक यू वंदना मैडम. इट्स प्लेजर. अभी मतलब पूरा दिन क्या बोलते हैं, 1.25 घंटा से ऊपर 1.5 घंटा पूरा होने वाला है. मतलब कंटिन्यूसली बोथ आर टेकिंग सो मच इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक. और जो मैडम ने, सिल्वा मैडम ने जो लिया है, मतलब आपका जो क्वेश्चन था उसका जो रिप्लाई प्रॉपरली दिया है, और नॉलेज जो हमको शेयर हुआ है, इट्स वेरी एक्सलेंट. एंड बोथ आर एक्सलेंट इन दिस टॉपिक, and both have in knowledge, and she has really gave the number of tools, different tools, how to utilize and how to use in our day-to-day life of the profession. And I'm really thankful both are in behalf of Chai Pe Charcha. I all are join the hands
Can
and
we
have,
love this to learn, explore, and demonstrate. So
yes,
thank you.
practical experience also be shared by with us. और आज मैंने मैडम ये आपका जो इंट्रो का मैंने शुरुआत में जो लिया था ना, मैंने वेलकम स्पीच, वो भी मैं एआई से ड्राफ्ट किया था. मैंने 2 लाइन उसको लिख के बताया कि दिस स्पीकर विल कम एंड विल आस्क समथिंग, तो उसने बराबर ड्राफ्ट किया एकदम.
तो अच्छी बात
That
ये
is
है
what
कि
I'm saying
हाँ,
is,
Daman
you know,
has started
वेरी मच
implementing.
टूल फॉर अस. फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने एक्चुअली मैंने ट्राई किया आज.
Good
So
now.
Dhawan bhai has started with learning part. Now explore and demonstration will also come.
Yes.
Good,
Thank
good,
you
very
so much,
good. The
both of
next
all of
meeting,
you.
before I forget, on 24th June, we are our own, member जो हमारे चाय पे चर्चा में हमारे साथ coordination team में रहते हैं. Now she is going to speak on trust and the rule for ITR 7, rule 10B, form 10B and form 10BB. So what are the nuances, what precautions we should take care? And I think trust is very, very untouched topic. So I feel those of you who are doing the trust practice or want to start a new practice in trust domain, should come and enjoy this Chai Pe Charcha with us on 24th June, 4 p.m. online. Over to
Very
you,
good.
Hiral.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. चलो, let's end the session now.
नहीं हिरल word of thanks તમે આપી દીધો તમારા okay so that's it from our side. Silva sparing your time and she's a proud mother, right?
Yes.
So she's enjoying motherhood now.
Yes.
And
She's
wish you
excellent,
all good
really.
luck in your future
Thank you so
journey.
much. Thank you for the
Yeah.
We have done
opportunity.
the justice to learn, explore, and this
And
demonstrate.
for
So
the
that is
viewers, I
going.
think whether you mentioned or not, she's from Ahmedabad, and that's why this Chai Pe Charcha, why I like across the globe we can have a speaker. That's the
Yeah.
best part of
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, participants who joined us.
Thank you.